Christos Anesti. Christ is risen. Hey everyone, it's your host here, Paladin Hansen, back at it again with another video coming to you not live, but pre-recorded and heavily edited. And in this video we'll be going over the 37 unique numbers in the four Gospels. So in the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, we find 37 unique miracles. And in this video I'll be going over those 37 unique miracles. As you guys can probably evidently tell from this channel, God uses the number 37 a lot, and so yes, we're going to find 37 unique numbers in the Bible. So without any further ado, I'm chit-chatting way too much. Let's get to it and start this video. Now for our first verse is in Luke 7:41, where we find four numbers being used. There were two debtors to a certain creditor. The one owed 500 denarii, and the other 50. So we can see here the numbers 1, 2, 50, and 500 are being used just in this one verse in Luke 7:41. On to our next verse is in John 2:6. Now this one I have gone over in a few other videos. Now there were 6 stone water jars standing there according to the purification of the Jews, having space for 2 or 3 metrite. In Hebrew it's 2 or 3 batim. You might find modern translations saying 20 or 30 because they're trying to equate modern weights and measurements and all of that, but it actually detracts from the theology, right? Because we're looking for the actual numbers being used in the gospel. And there's 37 unique numbers, and 20 is not one of those numbers in the four gospels at all. So you're not finding the number 20 there. Now, on to our next verse in Mark 2:3. And they came, bringing to him a paralytic carried by 4 men. So in Mark 2:3, here we have the number 4 being showcased. Onto our next area is in Mark 8:19. When I broke the 5 loaves for the 5,000, how many basketfuls of broken pieces did you collect? 12, they answered. So here we can see 5,000 and 12 being used. Those are 2 more numbers as the 37 unique numbers in the four Gospels. If we look at Mark 8:20, and when I broke the 7 loaves for the 4,000, how many basketfuls of broken pieces did you collect? 7, they said. So here we can see that the number 7 and the number 4,000 are in this verse in Mark 8:20. If we continue on in Luke chapter 1:59, and when 8 days to circumcise him were fulfilled, then his name was called Yeshua, which he had been called by the angel before he was conceived in the womb. So here in Luke chapter 1 verse 59, we can find the number 8 being used. If we go to Luke 17:17, were not all 10 cleansed? Jesus asked. Where then are the other 9? This was in the context of healing the 10 lepers, and only the Samaritan Shomroni only came up and thanked Yeshua for this healing and this miraculous miracle. And so here we can see here in Luke 17:17 that the numbers 10 and 9 are being used. Those are 2 more numbers as the 37 unique numbers in the four Gospels. Now we can continue in Matthew 28:16. And the 11 Talmudim, the disciples, went into Galilee, the Galil, to the mountain where Yeshua had assigned them. So we can see here that the number 11 is being used in Matthew 28:16. Now we can continue in Matthew chapter 1 verse 17. In all, there were 14 generations from Abraham to David, 14 from David to the exile to Babylon, and 14 from the exile to the Christ. So here the number 14 is being used in Matthew chapter 1 verse 17. In John chapter 11:18, now Bethany was near Jerusalem, about 15 stadia away. So here we can see the number 15 being used in John 11:18. We can continue in Luke 13:16. Should not this daughter of Abraham, whom Satan has bound for 18 years, be released from her bondage on the Sabbath day? So here we can find 18 being used. And we can continue in John 6:19. Therefore, having rowed about 25 or 30 stadia, they see Yeshua, Jesus, walking on the sea and coming near the boat, and they were frightened. So here in John 6:19, we can see 25 and 30 as two numbers in this verse. So we can put that onto the list. And we can go to John 5:5, and a certain man was there, himself being 38 years in infirmity. So the number 38 is used in the four Gospels. We can go to Matthew 4:2, and having fasted 40 days and 40 nights, afterward he was hungry. This was when Yeshua fasted 40 days, 40 nights in the wilderness. And of course the number 40 is being used. This is tying back to Moshe and to Israel and all of that. And so here we can see 40 days, 40 nights, the number 40, Matthew 4:2. On to our next verses, John 2:20. Therefore the Jews said, this temple was built in 46 years, and you will raise it up in 3 days? So here we can see the number 46 and the number 3 again being used. So we can put 46 onto our list of numbers. And in Luke 24:13, we can read, and on the same day, two of them were going to a village whose name is Emmaus, 60 stadia from Jerusalem. So here we can see the number 60 being used. And we can go to Matthew 18:22. Jesus says to him, I say to you, not up to 7 times, but up to 70 times 7. So here we see the number 70 being used. And in Luke 10:17, and the 72 returned with joy, saying, Lord, even the demons are subject to us through your name. So here we can see the number 72 being used in Luke chapter 10, verse 17. And in Luke chapter 16, verse 7, it states, Then he said to another, And how much do you owe? And he said, 100 cores of wheat. He said to him, Take your bill and write 80. So here we can see the number 80 and the number 100 being used in Luke 16:7. And in Luke chapter 2:37, and she was a widow to the age of 84. She never left the temple, but worshipped night and day, fasting and praying. So we can see here that 84, the number 84, is being used. And in Matthew 18:12, what do you think? If a man has 100 sheep, and one of them has gone astray, will he not leave the 99 on the mountains and having gone, seek the one going astray? So here we can see the number 99 being used. How cool. Here in John 21:11, so Simon Peter went aboard and dragged the net ashore. It was full of large fish, 153, but even with so many, the net was not torn. So here in John chapter 21, verse 11, we can see the number 153 being used in the literature. And in John 6:7, Philip answered him, 200 denarii worth of loaves are not sufficient for them, that each might receive one little piece. So we can see the number 200 being here in John 6:7. And in John 12:5, why was this perfume not sold for 300 denarii and given to the poor? So we can see 300 being used. And we have as well Mark 5:13, and he allowed them and the unclean spirits, having gone out, entered into the pigs and the herd. About 2,000 rushed down the steep bank into the sea, and they were drowned into the sea. This was another miracle where there was two men on a road, and they were possessed by demons, and these demons went into the pigs because Jesus forced these demons into the pigs, and the pigs died, and 2,000 of these pigs rushed down to the steep bank into the sea, and they were drowned into the sea. 2,000, the number being used here. And if we go to Luke 14:31, or what king, when he sets out to meet another king in battle, will not first sit down and consider whether he is strong enough with 10,000 men to encounter the one coming against him with 20,000? So here we see the numbers 10,000 and 20,000. These are our 37 unique numbers that God used in the four Gospels. So he used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 18, 25, 30, 38, 40, 46, 50, 60, 70, 72, 80, 84, 99, 100, 153, 200, 300, 500, 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. These are the 37 unique numbers in the four Gospels. Alright, so those are the 37 unique numbers in the four Gospels. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making this video for you guys. I really do appreciate all of the feedback that you guys give on this channel, and as we watch this channel grow, I think it's going to be great for a lot of people to be aware of a lot of this material that I think is very, very hard-hitting polemics against Islam, against anything that is non-Christian essentially. So take this material, spread it wide and far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. See you next time. God bless.